Hello everyone, today I'm with Dee Koala and we're talking everything the Chant since both Zonke Forever is dropping this Friday. Dee, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How you doing?
Great, phenomenal. And I know it's a big time for Riky because even he pushed you in the forefront, you know. How was your relationship with him?
Me and that guy was crazy. From the first time we met, we, like, the energy, he fed off the energy, like, we fed off each other's energy like crazy. It's like we known each other for some time, you know, but it was just excitement, you know, and it was at Major League Gardens, and he brought me out on my first flight, because there was a thing I used to tell my family that the first time I'm going to be on a plane was going to be because of my work, you know.
Okay, dope.
And I'm not going to take out any money for it. So he's like, I bet, so let's go. And then, yeah, man, he brought me on stage, introduced me to a crowd. It was in the first 2,000 audience. Everything was a first. He introduced me to everybody in the industry that was there that night. And I got to show off what I have. And after that, it was just more doors open. Then I feel like we could call each other for anything. I used to call to check up on him, just randomly, not to ask, not to get advice, just to, you know, pick his brain and see where he's at. He used to call me to check up if I'm fine, especially when, for me, the darkest time was when I lost my mom. And then when he would call like a crazy person every day. And he was like, how can I help? I can't be there. I'm sorry, but I love you and I got you. And when I had my biggest heartbreak of my life, he was calling. We spoke for 5 hours, 6 hours on the phone. My airtime would finish, he would call back. So that's the kind of relationship me and him had. It wasn't just about, let's push work, let's operate, in his words, but it was mostly about, are you okay? Are you happy? Are you fine? Where's your head at? And are you cool to work? You know? So he was just always proud of me. That's why I have this crazy confidence.
Nice, and I saw you featured on the Chant, and it's not only you, it's also Gemini Major.
Yeah.
You know, I want to know how that collab came about between you guys.
I don't know what that guy was thinking, right? Because he just thinks with his heart so much, and he acts on it like an immediate creative thought. He just acts on it like right now. He called me, and you guys don't understand. This song was done a long time ago. And I was just grateful to be, you know, participating, right? But he was like, it's exactly what I wanted. I want this, just like, because it was like a short part, right? But for me, it was like, hey, you know, let me have fun with it, because he wants me to be me. Like, I feel like if I was really pressured by impressing or not confident about my talent, I would have been doing too much of rapping too much instead of flowing with what the vibe of the song was. And I think I caught on what the vibe was, and he was happy. He was like, yo, I love this, and I want us to, you know, take it to the next level. There was something that we did. I don't know if I can say about the song, but then he didn't like it in terms of like visual wise. And then he's like, we shot a whole video, but then he canceled it because he was just like, yeah, I don't like it. But he was a perfectionist. That's him. Yeah. And like, I'm not gonna flaw him or fault him on that, man, because that's what I learned from him as well. Like, if my work doesn't look the way I want it to look like, it doesn't go out there.
Okay, you will put it out.
So I recorded on my side. Unfortunately, we couldn't be in the same studio together, which is what I wish it was like. But I'm grateful for the time when we were trying to shoot the video of it, and we were together for the whole day. And I think for the night we went out, and when we were in the car together, like, yo, Pixie, nah. And then I did some crazy things. I was like, why are you guys playing like American stuff in the car on the way home? Nah, we just trying to play music to go home. I put in my flash drive, and I just played me the whole way through. And he was like, that's the energy, you know. And that's also why I'm just the way I am, because I'm proud of myself for being bold and not shy of who I am. And I'm grateful that I gave him a chance to love me for the person I am as well.
That's dope. I feel like you have so many memories with Riky Rick.
We got a lot.
Would you say that one was your favorite, or you have others?
The one in the car, there's some things I can't tell you that he said, but, you know, with him and Auntie B, they really made me feel like I have a family beside. I think he also knows that I've done my research about South African musicians and Joburg, you know, and there's not fear, but it's just caution, that I have. And he just wanted to create a safe home for me, whereas, like, I could talk to him anytime, I could call him, he just wanted me to have genuine people this side, because, especially when I was up and coming. So I feel like I'm grateful for him, not because of that Riky put me on, but because of he made me feel comfortable to come and stay here for a bit longer than I usually do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Usually you in Cape Town pushing your craft.
I still stay in Cape Town, but like when I come here, I come and I go,
Cool.
And he was like insisting. He would create things for no reason, like things that don't even make sense.
Yeah.
Just for me to stay longer and just be around and just like get used to the quick rush and the adrenaline for hustling and everything. And because I mean Cape Town is peaceful, so there's not a lot of hustle and bustle there in terms of creativity. There is creators, but the cost of living is crazy high. So sometimes we just run to this side like every other artist, man. We know the story of Joburg. But he made a home for me somewhere, and when he left, I felt like I kind of lost a little of that home.
Okay.
But me and Auntie B are still very, very much close, so I still have a bit of that home still here.
Nice, man. And talking about creativity, I want to jump into the creative process of you making the verse on With the Chant, because there's this line you say, "Nguwe ibos."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really just having fun, man, because he sent me a V and he's like, Yo, D, listen, just have fun with it, like the way you normally do. Like, remember how we got on the stage? And I was like, I got you, bro. I got you. Don't think about it too much. Just do what you feel. And I did exactly that. And I think, if not an hour or less, when I sent it back, he was like, yeah, boy.
This is the one.
I was like, oh, you are crazy. And I was like, I can't believe I think I was done within maybe an hour in studio. My writing process for studio is something that I can't really decipher because it's different every time. So if it's my things or my project, it takes a little bit longer because I just want to put the concept properly because I have to create the concept from scratch. But then I feel like Riky, to anybody that I'm featuring on, it's like the concept is already created and they just want a verse from me.
Okay.
So it flows easier, it goes easier because you didn't create a concept. But Nikile, so now you just put your mind into that concept and in those shoes of that storyline, and then you can, put together some lines. But it's longer when when you're starting the track from scratch.
Oh, okay.
Because you're creating the concept, you're creating the flow, the rhythm, the melody, how you want the beat to sound and stuff like that. So for me, I just visualized stage presence when the song comes on. I just visualized an anthem because it was called the Chant. So I'm thinking people want to be chanting towards this, So I'm thinking sing-alongs, I'm thinking vibes, I'm thinking happiness, I'm thinking mosh pits, I'm thinking, rage. And for me, I had to just be a flexer because he was also flexing on his verse. So I just followed him. I just matched his vibe.
I like that. And the feedback from the supporters when it dropped, how was it?
It was dope because for some time I was like, I think for my sets I was playing the song before you guys even said like
before we knew that.
Yeah, before anyone said it's coming through. I think at some point it was my entry song. At some point I used to leave the stage with the song playing in the background. But the people have always wanted the song. Like when Cotton Fest would play it to hype up Cotton Fest, I'm getting like the comments are saying, when is it coming out? When is it coming out? When is it coming? Since that time.
Yeah.
So when it was ready and done and now it's here, I think people are just happy to have it. And I think they're ready to have some fun and sing along and just, I feel like Cotton Fest is going to be crazy as well. So I think it's a good thing to start, Ricky's era all over again because, it's post Zonke forever, I think.
It
so
is.
I think the Chant is a good replica of how long he wanted to last in the world.
I like that. How proud do you think he would be of you right now?
That guy used to talk about me on any platform he was at. I remember this other brand he was working with and they were doing like a quick questionnaire thing, so he had to answer really quickly. And they're like, who do you think got next? Without even thinking, I was like, Dee Koala. And that time I was still And people were still questioning, like, why does this guy believe in Dee Koala so much? Like, what's going on? And I think that's also around Major League Gardens, Opudyanga also was looking for me for Tatako remix, and we were all in that song, and also it was just like for me it was like, this is crazy. Like the people that I actually listen to on a daily basis at home without looking for them to look for me, you know. It's crazy that now we're here, and like, I just feel like, man, with this song being a song that's leading for the album as well, Raindrops is an amazing song. I feel like the kids needed the chant as well. And especially the kids that have never met this brew, the kids that never met his energy or felt it, even for the artist as well. I think they can feel his energy through this song. Yeah, I feel like that.
To wrap it up, what would you tell Riky right now if he was hearing us? Any special
Hey,
shout
man,
outs?
what you trying to do? To him, I wish he never left. I wish he never gone. Because for me, Riky left while I was still mourning my mom. So it was a lot of things just there. Because I remember I was in bed and my big brother called me and I was like, yo, did you see that? Because I wasn't on my phone because I was mourning. And then I picked up the phone. I'm like, yo, what's up? And I was like, yeah, I'm like, nah, guys, you're lying. I dropped the call. I'm like, nah, let me put on my social media back on. I check and I'm just like, I think for 2 weeks, I didn't believe it. I was literally just chilled. I was fine in my head. And then it would hit me when I got to the airport, because I usually call him all the time when I land, even if I'm not going to see him. Even if I'm booked for something else, I'd land and I'd call him. And I'd call my mom first, and after calling him, after calling my mom, I'll call Riky. So I called my mom first, it bumped. And I was like, I forgot. And I'm like, let me call Riky. And then it just went toot, 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 and I was like, damn it. That's when for me at the airport, it was like, yes, my bro. Yeah, my pa. When I see Auntie B, sometimes I'm thinking it's gonna, pull up somewhere. I'm grateful for Auntie B still holding me down, giving me calls. He knew that Auntie B loved our relationship, so I'm glad that she's still there to hold it down for us, and for us as the kids in the industry that Riky put on. I miss him a lot. I miss his energy. I miss his craft. I wish he was still here. I wish he was here to lead this. I wish he was here to do a lot. We all wish so, but it's not. And I just feel like it's time for us to give back the love that he gave to us. It's time for us to do the most that he used to do for us. He used to put himself aside for us, dog. There was no space where he didn't think you would fit in. None. He called me this other time before I worked with this brand. Sorry. And he was like, yo, you guys are ruining my makeup. And he was like, yo, dog, these brands love you, dog. I'm at this office, but these brands are already talking about you, bro. They love you, bro. And I think a year later, I worked with the brand, and I worked with that brand for 2 years. And I don't think it was just the brand. I think he was just blabbering about me the whole time. So I miss the person that was there for me without me even asking him to, especially for any favors or anything. And I just wish he stuck around for us to give back to him, But it's time now. So, and that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's what you're doing. And I appreciate Cotton Fest because I never got to experience Riky Rick in first hand, because I do feel his energy even throughout Bram. I feel his presence. I feel how people just like what he did for you.
Yeah.
Not just for you, for everyone else in the game. I appreciate you crying and showing your emotions as well.
Never do, but okay.
Thank you. I hope you guys stream the album that's coming very soon.
Please, of course, guys, pull up. It's so much fun.